Well, we are indeed very fortunate to be able to just book our next guest. Pretty big deal. Now, you've seen him in the news almost every single day. I think it's safe to say that he is the man who truly needs no introduction. Please welcome him to the show. Come on out.
What a crowd. Thank you. Trust me, you are a fantastic crowd, and being here tonight with you is huge. I can tell you that, Mike. What a crowd. Quite a crowd here today. Adorable deplorables, right? And to all the millions of you watching, I say vote for me, and let's make this a slam dunk and make America great again. Again. Yes. Now look, I know that you all know that I'm not really Donald Trump. Okay, would you like to meet the real me? Would you? Would you like to meet the real me? Great. How do you do? I'm George W. Bush. Oh, it's good to see you. And I approve of Trump's message. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you. I guess it's true what they say. You can't keep a man down good. Yeah. You know, people say that I'm a globalist. Well, duh. The world isn't square. Whoever thinks that should be locked up in a padded trapezoid. You know what? Scientists also say that I'm dyslexicon. That's just stew dip. I wish Laura could be with me here tonight. Lovely Laura. You know, when I first met her, she was a librarian. That's why I checked her out in the first place. She helps me with my peculiar vernacular. She helps me with my speech. You know, being an influencer is a lot like influenza. Both are contagious. That's communication. And communication is the most important part of talking. That's right. Good communication is only 15% verbal, which in my case is a good thing. Although I often boogerize my English, I'll have you know, I am fluent in over 9 different body languages. Some of which I had to give up when I got saved. Just saying. Communication starts with the letter C. And I like the letter C because it's also a word. I see you. A 3-letter sentence that's so important that every hospital has a wing named after it. C is good, but D is my favorite letter. You know why? Because it's the first letter in the word Dubya. So in closing, whether you're a liberal or a Democrat, a conservative or Republican, please vote, please pray, please do your best for the good old US of A. God bless you.
Thank you, Pete.
Appreciate
Great to have you.
It's so honored.
This is a fun thing, and I've known you when you first started in this whole endeavor, when people said, do you know how much you look like President Bush? I mean, what were you doing before this all started and turned into a career?
Well, I was working in my mom and dad's appliance store. But in my heart, there was something that I knew was going to come up.
Yeah.
But I had no idea it was going to be weird like this.
And what happened? Did somebody just come up to you, more than one person, and say, man, you look like...
Started happening almost every day, Mike.
Yeah.
And after a while, somebody said, hey, you know, there's this emerging industry of lookalikes. And I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. But Mike, I prayed about it.
Yeah.
And after doing that, I felt like God wanted me to do it. So it's been so much fun speaking to corporate audiences, Christian audiences, and all around the world, even China.
I mean, I got to be honest, I've seen you at times on stage, and I thought, he's a better Bush than Bush is.
Well, Dubya is not a comedian, but he's an excellent world leader.
He's seen you do this too, many times, hasn't he?
I don't know that for a fact, but I have met him, I've shaken his hand, and he leaned over and said, if I had a face like mine, I'd be mad as hell.
One of the things that I have loved is that you've been very bold about your personal faith. That's something that didn't happen after the impersonation career. But you've been able to really be a strong and bold witness because the platform God's given you all over the world.
It's really amazing. Who I am at my core is an impersonator of Jesus Christ, as it says in Ephesians 5. And so, thank you. When I speak at corporate audiences, not so much. I try to let my faith speak through the way I serve and the way I do excellence. But when I'm in Christian audiences, I want to encourage folks to be all in, because that's where the good stuff is.
But it's got to be a lot of fun to meet people and to see the smiles on their faces, a lot of joy.
It is. It's fantastic. And it's fun. Like, I got hired for the president's second inauguration to do a fun thing, and it was a hoot walking up to random Secret Service guys going, excuse me, where am I supposed to be?
You've also got a book I want to mention. This is a great book called War on Fear. What would you do if you were not afraid? Do you think a lot of people are fearful in life, and that's why you need to give this message?
Well, I know I was. I wrote the book to overcome my own fear, and I found it has resonated with a lot of folks. My friend Alan Robertson of Duck Dynasty wrote the foreword to it, and you've got a little blurb on the back cover as well.
And it's still sold, which is very wonderful that people, even with my endorsement, they still bought the book. And I hope our audience will, because I don't know of anybody that does not go through some issues of fear, maybe fear of public speaking, or fear of failing, or fear of maybe not being liked in the workplace. Whatever that fear is, that's what you address in the book, War on Fear. John, thrilled to have you here. This has been a great honor. Thank you so much for being here. John C. Morgan. Now, to keep up with John C. Morgan or to hire him to entertain your group, you can also hire him to make a custom video or get his books, My Life as a Bush, and the one that I was just mentioning, War on Fear. What would you do if you weren't afraid? Well, don't be afraid to visit johncmorgan.com. You can also follow @George Bush Impersonator on Facebook.